Come on in. How you doing? Welcome in YouTube. So right now I'm not trying to monetize or anything like that, but I'll talk about that a little later on because it's significant to some of these messages. So kids, children, right? Pretty much we do everything for our children, right? This journey's about. So, but when does it end? Like when does it end? Like come on now. I don't know, right? Because you got your freedom. Maybe your grandpa, like your kids might just be moving out. I don't know. That's for somebody like the kids are moving out. So, anyways, if you knew what you knew, if you knew what you know now, would you do what you did then? Did you catch it? So yeah, because I'm sitting here, I'm like, man, how many friends? They always say, at the end of the day, how many friends can you count on your hand? It's the truth. Like honestly, probably like five, maybe. Not including family. We're talking about friends, right? So to keep to change the names and all that stuff. So friends, right? How many of us have them? How many of us need them? No, but friends, like hey, but friends, right? Things that we remember, like if you had it on camera, like it'd be like holy shit, you'd like win that prize, right? Like I shit you not. Come on now, because kids they do the craziest stuff. I know we all do. I was a child. We are all child. Come on now, think about it. But kids are really smart. Like I know how smart I was. Come on now. Like I played slow. I wasn't really slow. I was like, come on now. Like seriously. If you must know. Yeah. Come on now. Look at that. Who's come on now. Look at that. You could already man, when I tell you I deserve everything I got. I take full accountability. Like I deserve all the ass whippings. I promise you, like my mom. Like, come on now. Me and my brother got into it a little bit about my because I mean I would like but now I know now, sickness and all those things and things like so no. But I'm not even gonna say that because my mother's around me. She's one of my angels, right? But anyways, yeah, kids, right? Because songs take us to wherever that time is gonna go, right? So we're talking 81, right? Look at that, man. And don't you know I hated those? I'm sorry, I shouldn't say. Hey, why am I even saying that? That's really not even in my vocabulary. I don't even like to keep. No. So, anyways, I guess we're. Oh, okay. Yeah, things are changing because I was gonna do a like well, a Libra reading, but then it was gonna be an all signs reading. But just kind of get some message. Something about somebody's back. So yeah, this if you don't know, this is a. And my suggestion to you, if you're doing any kind of cleanses and you're cheap and shit, like kind of, don't eat the egg, right? Just don't. I'm saving you the. Believe what I tell you. I'm saving you the hassle of like, yeah, it works. If you're, I mean, let's just say. But anyways, I'm gonna put that over here because yeah, the energy shifted. But little do they know. But anyways, so get into it. How many friends you have, right? And kids do the darndest thing. So, like your best friends, and let's say Booker, right? Because Booker's a big part of one of the stories. So not to offend anybody, because sometimes you like, man, really, I got those kind of friends. But so, but like, you give your kids everything, right? So Christmases were really big with us. Like no joke. Shit, we paid two daycares, right? Because I wanted to make sure my kids didn't have the hassles that me like I did, right? Growing up, you don't want your kids to get laughed at and made fun of. But even though like my daughter's sweethearts. I mean, okay, give or take what years you're talking about, but I mean, come on, they're sweethearts. Like, yeah, you got, like, come on, that's what parents unconditional love, right? Like the Lord. But anyways, this, because like only a mama could love that face, right? Like, look, I'm telling you, like, look at man, and I was proud of those guys too. I was like, man, I could see the fair. But anyway, so the things you wish you had on camera, right? And you would have won because. So here we are. This is the backyard, right? well, yeah, we bought the backyard, kind of first house we did, but because it had the basketball court, like, okay, the kids, and shit like that. So, barbecues, hey, the neighbors, shit, put too much business out there, but anyways, we'll leave it there. But overall, you know what? Hey, good experience. Oh, my back, something about somebody's back. Holy shit. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So here we are. The craziest shit. And I shit you not, like if we had it on camera, you'd be like, because some of the things I'm gonna tell you, you'd be like, no way, that could not have happened. And I'm like, yes, it could because it did. Like, there's no reason for me to lie. Like, yeah, you make up. No, not even makeup. Shit, I can't. Man, it's not even. I wish I could make it. No, it's not even. Wish I could make it up. Because watch this. So my daughter's on the trampoline, right? Jumping on the trampoline. We put the net up and shit, right? Because they're there. But somehow they're a little older, and so yeah, the trampoline fall. I mean, the trampoline fall. No, the trampoline didn't fall, right? No, the net came down. They get older. Yes, they get older because the shit. They were like little. I mean, yeah, I don't know. But the trampoline, like I said, Christmases were, look at upstairs shit, come on now. You want to surprise them because, listen, you're going to tell me there's no Santa Claus. Listen, I know about that, and I didn't like it. They told me there's no Santa Claus. What do you mean there's no Santa? Well, I kind of knew, right? Because I know a lot more than other kids did. But I mean, I played along. I didn't want to ruin them and their nice homes and shit, even though their parents kind of didn't like me. But I mean, they were cool shit. They had snacks and shit like that. But anyway, so I didn't want to ruin you know, their Christmases. Santa, wait, come on now. It's for the children, right? But all these holidays, anyways, let's not even talk about it. But Christmases were really big because, you know, that's just how it was. Just so here we are. Christmas, right? How many? How many of us have them? Oh my God! Did you not have a Christmas? Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. Hey, there's a lot of us didn't, so don't feel bad. Watch, don't. Because watch this. Oh man, why are they taking me to? Okay, so check it out. So, have you grown up, right? Look at, come on now. That's when we just got back from me almost driving the bus, right? I promise you, watch. The day the dad, man, are you serious? The day you realize, hey, dad didn't come for my birthday. He's like, no, you can't go to Disneyland. We're gonna have a party. I'm like, okay, cool. Because I got invited to Disneyland. Minnie and Mickey were my neighbors. They're upstairs. So they're like, it's your birthday. We're gonna take you to Disneyland. We had already went. My dad took us to Knott's Berry Farms and all that shit. But I wanted to go again because I needed to see more. Like, there was so much shit. Like, there was so much more to see. It's like, man, it was a world that was just, you never seen it. And it's like, man, how can they have the scuba dives? How can they go under? Like, how can they have the small world? All these things. Like, I mean, come on now. The tanks and my cup. Come on. My goodness. Not everybody's been there. I mean, if you, shit, I was there when I was smaller, but I mean, shit. But that time, we don't remember the things. See, it's about forgiving, right? But anyways, you gotta laugh. So I laugh, yeah, because watch. Dad, how selfish can he be? Watch this. Look, he's right here with me, but these are things you talk about, right? Because dad was selfish. He was selfish, prick. Love you, dad. Listen, come on now. If I can't give it to him, tell him out. Because he's the one that took me to the drug dealer. Give my son anything he wants. I'm like, really? Holy shit. All right. Like the shit. Like, but really, who just... Anyways. But dad, he's like, man, so many stories. So here we are, right? Well, I couldn't get to Disneyland, but I got my first whooping. I'm like, man, I got whooping, but not by dad, right? Because dad really wasn't out of the prison, right? So he couldn't really whoop me. Shit. So mom did, though. Mom tore my ass up. But anyways, I got everything I deserved. So hold up. Back up, rewind. So here we are. We at my friend's house, eating Kentucky Fried Chicken. And dad, 926, he gave me a whooping. I'm like, what is this? Dad, why would you give me a whooping, Dad? You're not talking to me about it. You're not explaining anything. All you're doing is looking at me like with that lip and like, and I'm saying, if anybody knows dad, but my dad had his strange way of like, his energy, right? Because the energy, like, come on, that's dad, right? But the first time I really got whooped, because I only got whooped like 3 times. I mean, seriously. My dad loved me, like, no joke. Like, no joke. He loved all of it. Look at it, man. He loved all the kids. Not that we have favorites, but I mean, not like Grandma Miguel, right? I was a favorite until Miguel comes, right? No, I'm just, that's another story. But anyways, we're there, and Dad's like, no, come on now. I know when Mom kidnapped me, Dad was hurt. Like, shit, he was ripping the room up. Like, I just wanted my toys. I'm like, but Mom's like, you ready to go, boy? Let's go. And I'm like, where are we going? Can I take my toys? Man, what's wrong with you? And then here we go, the spew. That's another story. But anyways, so, oh, my back. So here we are. I'm calling Dad, right? I'm calling Dad, like, hey, what's up, Dad? Where you at? I'm in Michigan, Dad. He's like, what? Michigan? Well, Dad, Mom said, let's go. It's time to go. Dad, can I have my toys, Dad? Where's my toys? Can I get my toys, Dad? Like, come on, man. You didn't let me go to Disneyland. But can I get my toys, please, Dad? You know, hey. But anyways, they said Dad tore up the room. I don't know if he did. I wasn't there, but I mean, Mom kidnapped, right? Her own wiki. Oh, shit. Listen. Sometimes people don't know. They judge a book by its cover, but you shouldn't, right? Hey, I never did. I was like, man, because I always got judged right there. I was a little dude. It always got picked on. Like, shit. But I was, man, you don't even know. Why am I jumping out the store? Because of my niece, right? So here we are. Tic-tac-toe. Watch this one. So my daughter, right? She's jumping off the trampoline. And she's jumping off the trampoline and landing on the ground. And I'm looking, I'm like, my brother's there, and we're just kind of looking, and we're just kind of chilling, right? But mind you, I mean, I always drink it, but yeah, I kind of drink it all the time. But we're chilling, right? But we're looking at the kids. I don't think we were drinking that day. I don't think we were. I don't know what we were doing. I know we were just like kind of chilling, laughing and shit. But the sister-in-law, everybody's kind of there, and usually it was, man, it must have been a Christmas, because usually that's when they come up, right? Christmas and Thanksgiving. I know but we'd always make it, right? He'd always make it up. So anyways, we're there. And don't you know, my daughter's jumping off the trampoline and shit, and I'm looking at him, and we're kind of like, I'm like, do you see what are we looking at? And they're like, well, sweet, she's jumping off the trampoline, and how's she landing? She's landing on the ground. Listen, don't tell me. I kind of was there, and I was looking, and I started thinking about it. I guess it was a patch, because there was an indention. That's what it was. That's right. In that part of the yard, there was an actual indention. Wow. And the grass grew up a little bit. Oh, sweet. Oh, my. Okay. But Rosie didn't know this. Oh, my God. Because now we're here, right? Yeah. You get the picture, right? Because I'm just getting her too right now. I mean, I know what happened. I didn't get to see everything, but I just... You can feel the end, but you're looking like, did I just see that? Did you see that? Did anybody get on camera? That's what we're talking about. Like, we're not worried about, like, she's hurt or nothing, but 13, no, but we're like, man, we would have got that on camera. We would have won the grand prize. Because did you see her face? And we're all talking about it, and we're still not. Rosie's like there, because Rosie jumped off the trampoline. Yeah, I shit you not. And we're sitting there. Nobody had it on camera. Oh, man, where's the phones at? What? But Rosie, she jumped out the door. So, yeah, so there they are. I don't know what possessed them and what possessed my daughter to, like, I mean, come on now. But I tell you what, if we would have had it on camera, we would have won the first prize. Man. Certain things you can't make up, right? Like the squirrel coming up to me, but that's another story. But anyway, so friends, right? So kids do the darndest thing and say the darndest things. Because, well, best friends, right? Best friends. Sometimes they come in your life and, man, they stay for a season. They stay for 10, 15. Sometimes you're like, man, when you going? Like, come on now. But no. Like, listen. My family was cool, honestly. As much as it was, you have certain friends and certain dads and stuff. And Dad was like one of the cool ones. Not like, Mr. Hoagie. Hey, he's up there. Man, God rest. He's a giant. He's one of the spiritual gangsters, right? But Mr. Hoagie, he wouldn't let the boys stay over, right? So, because he knew already. Well, first of all, yeah, he knew how bad I was. Shit. Mr. Hoagie was a gentle giant. I mean, shit. I remember that time we were there. We went to the 4th of July, right? Because it's coming up 4th of July. Me and the twins, right? We're there. You know, because you got the older brothers, but we're there. We go to the. I didn't even think this was before the boys. The other little ones were born. But so we're at the 4th of July barbecue. We're seeing the band, and we're all there, and we're running around, and me and the twins, we were bad. Like, no, we were cool, but we were bad. Like, we were really bad. Like, not really bad, but kind of bad, right? Maybe if you had brothers running, chasing you down, like, we had to run home, man. Like, we did. We had to run down the hill. And then you had Johnny Rocha. He coming around. I'm throwing shits. And I'm like, what do you mean throwing shits? He's like, yeah, I'm throwing shits. I'm like, we knocked on his door, right? Because after we became cool and shit, because 3 on 1, we like, we could take Johnny, but we'll go knock on his door. And Johnny's like, his sister coming, Johnny be out of limit. He's throwing shits. I'm like, what? He's throwing shits. What's throwing shits? Like, we're looking like, what is throwing shits? What is throwing this shit? I don't know. I take a shit, but what's throwing shits? But anyways, I don't know. I mean, throwing shits, right? You're throwing this shit like you're throwing my horn. That's like slang, right? Slang. Throwing this shit way. You're throwing a shit. Leave me alone, homie. I'm throwing a shit. So anyway, so here we are. Yeah, Johnny wrote. So friends, they come and go, right? God rest their souls, and just their angels and ancestors. But here we are. So the twins, sass mode. So anyways, times and dates, synchronicities. Like today, I seen on the license plates 22, 23, 24, and then 25, right? And then they're all around. They're all around. So anyways, so now I'm like, I'm sitting there like, man, I gotta get like an hour's worth of material, and I'm like, how am I gonna do that? Like, I didn't know that it was gonna be this hard. I'm like, man, especially when you had so much against you in the very beginning. Come on now, look at that. Are you serious? Who's like that? Look, he's getting laughed at because he's wearing brown, Dookie Brown. Like, yeah, like, come on now. I was set up for failure, man. With those big ass, like, come on, those big ass glasses and shit, and the brown, like, that's like my first picture was like the first portrait, like family portrait. It was a big cheeseburger in my mouth. Like, no, I don't want to take the picture. I'm sitting there and they're running around. They're like, take the picture. Dad's gonna get mad, but what's Dad gonna do? He can't do nothing because he's locked up, right? He can't do that. We in the courtyard, like. So I knew certain ways to get. Look, at Mom didn't play around. She just didn't play around. I deserved everything I got. Remember that when I tell you, because Booker, right? But anyways, let me stop jumping around because friends, right? And the things that if you had on a camera, you'd win like first prize, right? But you can picture it and you go back to that time. Or like Rosie jumped off the. I shit you not. When I tell you, we would have won. We would have won. Cause you see my daughter jumping off like, and then all of a sudden you see my niece just boom. I'm like, and my brother's looking and then Dolly looking and my sister-in-law were looking and like, did we all see what we saw? Did you get it on camera? Oh, but like, so here we are, right? Like supposed to be your biggest, proudest day, right? Your wedding day and stuff, right? It was, like I said, yeah. I asked, and hey, so yeah. But tell you the truth, man, we started arguing right afterwards. So if you're listen, don't be together for the kids. But anyways, it's a healing journey. So here we are. Just calm down. I'll talk about that a little later on. But so here we are. Yeah. All those that whole day, shit, man, getting everything ready, everybody's showing up, and then but we doing it in the clubhouse, right? We're doing it in the clubhouse, hey, yeah, we ain't got a lot of money, shit. I cooked all everything up, and then shit, I had to get out beers and all that shit. Cause look at this first degree birthdays, right? So you always have a cake and shit, but no. So here we are. Check it out. Cause all this is coming. Like it. I'm looking at pictures how things you're looking, and then it takes you right to that moment. So, but the day of my marriage, right? Yeah. Christmas times, like I said, Christmas times were the best, right? Had that big old Christmas tree, like I said, hey, Christmas times where you wanted them to be the best. Because you wanted them to understand Santa Claus is real up to a certain time, and then until it's up to them to realize it, right? You don't want to ruin their childhood. That's how I looked at it. Even though, shit, hey, other things happen, but no, yes. So here we are. Christmases. Then your weddings, right? What was your weddings? No. Okay, my wedding and friends, right? So here we are. Let me paint a picture. Hold on. Let's Booker. So I don't know Booker out of nowhere. Well, he was in third grade, but anyways, look at lifetimes, lifetimes. So here we are, out of nowhere, right? Because, well, yeah, my mom stole me, and then my dad came pick me up. So here I am back, right? So here, that's another story. So right here, well, I went to middle school, and that kind of jacked me up, right? Because middle school was different in Michigan, and then I come to Texas. I'm like, man, hold up, this is a little different, man. Slow down. I couldn't really tie my shoes. Like, shit, are you for real? Like, now you up me grades and all that shit. I can't speak no Spanish. I just took it because I was like, I wanted to try to learn Spanish, and I can't really spell Antonio. Like, are you for? And the kids, and you know what? They be doing that shit on purpose. Because that's why you don't really say nothing, right? So I be, but it's like, San Antonio. And I'm sitting there like, okay, well, how do you fuck spell your name? Tell me fucking how to spell it, mother. Why you keep on telling me? Well, I'm Antonio. You're an Antonio. I'm like, okay, but how the fuck you spell your name, man? San. Well, man, leave me the fuck alone. Just tell me how to spell it, man. Why you picking on me, man? Like, come on, for real? But anyways, that's like another story. But I'm sitting here like, these kids are rude. They're like cruel, right? Like they made fun of my fucking big birthmark and shit. Like, your mom shit on you. I'm like, man, shut up. You don't know nothing. So yeah, look at the clothes she made you wear. They're all brown. Look at that. Yeah, look at you guys shit. Cause I got a big birthmark, right? Yeah. When I was that age right here, shit, it would cover my whole body, like all the way up here, right? All the way down, shit. Yeah. So I never really took my shirt off when I went to swim, right? I'm like, fuck this shit. I mean, when I was younger, nah, it didn't bother me. But as you get older and shit, because like this, I'm not really a hairy person, so I didn't really have a lot of shit. Like I think I still have the same razor from like back in the day. I only need like one every 5 years. But anyways, come on. So yeah, so I'm the kid that ain't got no hair in his arms. I'm looking like, when you growing in, man? Come on, I ain't got no hair. I'm like sitting there. So, and then they be, so we already know you got Jack. But I'm like, so here we are, the friends. So yeah, let's say Buzzard, right? Buzzard, right? He's in the class and he's a bully. I didn't know he really was a bully until he was bullying me and shit, man. Like big old 6 foot, like let's just say 6'3", because that's how big he was through elementary and all the way up to like, well, yeah, because he just like the one that just picks, right? Picks on him. And so out of nowhere, because that's how I met one of my best friends, right? Because, well, not Booker, but whatever. Anyways, Quam. So here we are. Quam picked. He was a bully, and we just almost started a racial war. And I'm like, well, what do you mean, man? Fuck that shit. The dude's fucking he picked on me from 6th grade. Well, no, 7th grade. Because after that, I went to got here and then another school, right? So, anyways, Dad did keep us in the same school. Or he didn't mean not every. So I like got kicked out. But anyways, so here we are. Went to middle school and then went to high school, right? My high school, shit, man, woohoo, shit. It was like a college campus, right? So we lived across the street in the neighborhood, but kids be trying to come to my house. No, get away! You can't be here right now. I'm sleeping. I don't go to first period. Leave me alone. Let me in. The Ponch is chasing us. No. Leave me alone. You're not coming in. And you cannot smoke with me either. Leave. And they're like, Ponch is coming. Well, you shouldn't have left. Who told you? Did you get a hold of me on my pager? No, you did not. So that don't mean you can come. Just because you know I'm here does not mean you're allowed to come until I come through. But yeah, because that's how it was. Like, I shit you not. But anyway, so that's another story. So here we are, right? So calm. He be picking on you, So one day we're in PE, right? Little old me, I'm telling you, come on, man. I didn't really grow until like, and I still haven't really grown. I mean, no, I got like a 7-inch growth spree free scooter, but yeah, drink some milk, does a body good, and then plus boxing, hey, and shit, I was tired of getting picked on. So, anyways, here you are. We're coming into 10th grade, right? Because ninth grade, was it ninth? Yeah, it had to be ninth. Oh, shit. Yeah. Because here's Kwame again. Fuck, man. It's like I thought I got rid of him. Why did he go to the other school? Or why can I be like ahead? It's like, come on now. Because like Bobby, he found out, like he found around and really fucked around and found out. Yeah, because listen, I work for the Lord, and people are like, oh, are you threatening me? I'm like, what do you mean? I said, I work for the Lord. I am not going to do anything. Well, now, right? Back then, a little different story, but here we are. I forget, but I don't fucking forget. So when you come around, I'm going to forget you. And that's really what happened. But anyway, not now. No, not now. You got to leave stuff alone. You got to let go and let God. LG. But anyway, so here we are. Friends, best friends, right? So watch you. Mind you, I'm like 5 foot, maybe 5'1" on a good day with some, little supports. Hey, yeah, I wore my sister's high heels. What the fuck? Play with the Barbie dolls. Shit, I didn't have G.I. Joe grip. Are you serious? For really? Dad's in the pen. Mom's doing the best she can. Shit, I be cashing the food stamp, but they're taking my candy money. Like, come on now. But that's another story. So anyways, I'm there in Quam. Like, I shit you not. So Quam's there, and you know what he does? He had the fucking nerve. I shit you not. Dude fucking throws a ball, hits me in my fucking face. I'm sitting there, everybody's looking like, what the fuck did he do that for? Like, I didn't do shit to him, but I'm looking, I'm like, really, dude? You hit me in the fucking ball with the face? Fuck you, dude. I charged that motherfucker, picked him up, and slammed him to the fucking ground, and started fucking him. I was like, come Mr. What? And then Kwame, he kind of throw me. Fuck that shit. We strapping, and then out of nowhere, because Kwame's about to, like, he's like 6-something, man. I'm like, fuck that shit. Like, my mom was a little shit. She fucked people up. Like, mom, shit. Are you serious? I'm a scrabbler, 27, 27. So there we are. We're fighting, but I don't know where Kwame, he's trying to get, like, they're watching, like, nobody's really doing nothing. They got the circle and shit like that. I'm like, somebody help, please. But I'm like, man, fuck that shit. I'm fighting because fuck you. Fuck that shit. You threw the ball, hit me in my face. Now you see what's up. Me and you going toe to toe. I don't give a fuck how big you are. So here we are. We're strapping. And then out of nowhere, Kung Fu Panda comes out of nowhere and kicks this motherfucker in the back of the head. Ah! And like, what the fuck? I see Dixon. Boom! And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Like, does this motherfucker start falling over to the side? And then boom, Comesta fucking him up. Boom, boom. And I'm telling you, man, I'm pounding like shit, man. I grew up in the ghetto, like, man. I had to fight girls. I'm telling you, no joke. Like, they was, come on, for real. I went to all black school. But anyways, that's another story. But so here we are. Booker comes out of nowhere. And when I tell you, thank you, Lord. Yeah. God sent another angel, right? Because when I tell you, I'm telling you like shit. But then they're like, oh, you drunk Guam and all this. Listen, I know a lot of games. Like, I know everybody, like, I knew everybody, like, so. That's when I found out, like, kind of like, where there's like a little arc here, whatever, I'm like, man, I don't really know that shit. Fuck it, hey. So, yeah. That's when you find out, you other homies, right? So it's like, all right. Have a meeting in the courtyard and shit. I knew Chris Bloods, man. I was cool with everybody, right? Shit. I saw nominators and shit, man. We went to school, so here we are, man. There was no, listen, I hung around everybody. You wanted snacks? I had them. That's just how it was. I grew up like that. I had snacks. My mom gave me the stacks of food stamps, right? So back in the day, y'all don't know nothing about this shit, but 99 cents. But a piece ain't a problem. That piece of gum, you buy that one gum and then you got 99 cents, right? But it ain't a problem. So what do? You're an entrepreneur. You go and sell the candy, right? So you got video games anyways, yeah. Well, here you are. Kids be coming up and they don't know who I know, but they be taking the candy, but I be getting more. Like, how does food get more candy? I keep on taking it. I don't want to see him celebrate. But why? Because I'm a hella guy. Because I be thinking outside the box. Shit, man, 10-cent cans. My mom didn't have lots of shit. Yeah, I had to hustle. So here we are. Shit. Quam. Follow me. Follow me. So Quam. And every time it's strap, I mean, I felt bad for the people, but I mean, and then we chill and talk, but this time, no. Come on now. Look at that shit. Look at me, man. I'm just chilling. Like, you see? Look at the brothers and sisters, man. I love them. Hey, look at my sister. No matter what, family is family. Like, when we see each other, we don't see each other all the time, but look at, hey, they got the back. I'm telling you. My brother and sister love you. We all look at, we're family. So you ain't gotta love your family, but you love your family. Like I love my sister. I love my brother, all right, because he could do it. My sister said, look at, after so long, you couldn't handle so much. But listen, you love your brother and sister. Hey, no matter what, have brothers, have sisters. You're here, you are. And then they say there's some more out there. I'm like, well, shit, okay, but that's another story. So here we are. Here we are. Booker, right? And Quam. But mind you, Booker, in this story, he's Mexican. He's not black, like in the other story. So I just had to say that so you don't get confused, because we're talking about two different dudes, right? We are talking about two different dudes. If you didn't know, I'm just telling you. One's Booker and the other one's Booker. I just think it's easier to say Booker because Booker comes in the first story where we talk about Richard Pryor. But anyways, we're talking about Booker, the second story, where he's the Mexican dude. Maybe named Andy, right? But anyways, Booker. So here we are. Where they're chilling. We're not chilling. No, fuck that shit. I'm strapping out, and then we start chilling afterwards. But out of nowhere, and you know what Booker says? He's like, dude, I had it, man. Kwame used to fuck with me in elementary, man, and he's a big. And then I see you, little dude. You stand up to that motherfucker and listen. I went to all black suit. That nigger. I'm like, Andy, look at it. Booker, he liked that, right? No, it ain't no racist. It just, hey, he had a couple car accidents. But anyways, me and Andy were cool. Like, he came out of nowhere. But if he didn't like certain shit, he didn't like, look, kid, I hung around with everybody. I went to all black school, best friends black. But we're talking about, hey, he come out of nowhere and he's like, man, that dude fucking, hey, he picked on a lot of people and then shit. They want to try to say, oh, yeah, y'all jumped out. No, fuck that shit. You see who he was, little dude? Big dude. Well, shit, he just got mad because he got beat up too, or get picked on when he was just take his lunch money and shit, right? But he came out of nowhere, so there we are. Booker. Ninth grade. So throughout school, we become friends, best friends, right? Like I said, best friends. Because he's at my wedding, right? So what do you remember from your wedding? If we had it on camera with you, we win. Now certain things I saw my niece jump right, and we would have won. I'm telling you, because did you get on the camera? Nobody got on the camera. Like, man, but Rosie's still there. She's still there, like in the ground, laying there. No, she's not. This is a long time ago. But anyway, so here we are. So look at the kids. They're playing, right? Because I'm painting a picture for you, so you gotta close your eyes, relax, right? Because here we are. We're in a clubhouse, right? Yeah. Check it out. Look at that. So what do you think that is, right? Homie right there, G right there. But anyways, watch that. No, it's not Booker. That's not Booker. No. That's Booker reincarnated. But yeah, no, Booker, like, man, best friend, Carrie, Chris. Yeah, come on now, hello. But anyway, so here we are. No, we talking about right here. But that's the treadmill, right? So around what time is it? I don't know. Let's see. Because the kids are playing, you know what? It ain't no Diddy party. They got no kids can stay all the way, right? No. But anyways, yeah, what I had to say. Because that's how shit started, right? But anyways, that's another story. So here we are. Kids are playing. They're having fun. There's workout equipment there. You know, hey, people get married. You know, over there, trying to having some beers or whatever. So having fun before this time comes. Hey, and this time, right? Because you're trying to. So here we are. When I tell you, if we would have had on a camera, we would have fucking won, collector. We would have won. I'm telling you, like 2 times. The one with Rosie, yes, and this one because when I tell you, all I heard was, "I just spilled my beer." I'm like, what the fuck was that? You hear this fucking rumble, and it ain't raining. I'm telling you that. Mind you, Booker ain't that big. I mean, it's crazy the way this is because I was looking, I'm like, what is that? That's a treadmill, right? That's my niece. They're there. Okay. So after a while, right? They're there running on the treadmill, but what's happening is they're jumping. My me, sweets again, sweets again. She did it again. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. Watch this. So she's there. Sweets was just, man, that's my twin. Like, yes. Because she really is. Like, her birthday's like right there, right around mine. And I thought it was cool in the beginning, which it is cool. It is cool, but that means I'm just getting older. So, anyways, here, let's go back to they're jumping on the treadmill, right? And I don't know what's going on because, hey, and we're not really worried about it. They're having fun. Their kids are out the way right now. I just spilled my beer. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? What? Everybody like, oh. Because listen, to be around me, honestly, you got to be part of my people's families or whatever. So everybody knew everybody. Everybody knew Booker threw it. Look at he. Come on now, all the way till what? Well, till he decided to get out. But anyways, here we are. No. So, but what shit? What years? Yeah, because Christmas is 2000. So anyways, this is right around. They had some dates. I'm not too sure. Anyways, so it's right there. So we would have won. I'm telling you. So here we are, right? So my daughters are jumping. My daughter and some cousins, right, and they're jumping. The treadmill's hauling ass, and they're jumping. But they're not jumping on the trampoline. On the trampoline. Yeah, we would have won. What happened? Did you see that? No. Did you get it on camera? No. We would have won. Everybody's thinking we would have had 100,000. But check it out. So, no, they're not jumping on the trampoline. What they're doing is they're back and forth. My daughter's looking. She's antagonizing. So Booker's had a couple beers, right? So we're there, maybe a couple joy. It don't really matter. Watch this. So we're there. I'm not there because I'm over here trying to be hospitable, and this is before we get married. So we're there, kind of. Boom! I just spilled my beer, and I'm like, what the heck? What just happened? You hear the kids laughing, and they're, oh, look at Booker. They're all laughing, and because come on now. So wouldn't you know? Because like I said, some of my friends weren't the brightest bunch. Hey, we had a couple screws loose, and I was a leader. I had a lot of no. I never followed nobody, but yeah. Anyways, that's another story. But so here we are. Wouldn't you know? Booker's over here looking at my daughter. They're looking at the kids, and then he's like, "I can do that. There's no way they can. It's not going that fast. Like, come on, people. We can't do everything." But so here we are. Don't you know? From what I'm being told, right? Look at it. They're there. I shit you not. Like, look at it. He's flying like Superman. Like, shit. I did see, I think, the beer come up somehow. Shit like that. Because it went that. I'm telling you. I'm like, what? He hits a trampoline. And don't you know? Like a slingshot. Holy tamale. I shit you not, Batman. Yeah. He's like this. Because he tells me about it. He's like, I didn't spill my beer, but I was embarrassed as fuck. Yeah, I think he got some. It was fucking like kind of fucked up because you can laugh about it now, right? But because kids want to be kids, but like, man, come on, what are you doing? Like the kids are there, and you want to be cool with your beer and shit like that, and then like kids are smart. I'm telling you, like you gotta hate. So I'm telling you, yeah, listen. I'm not saying the smartest tool in the shed or the brightest crayon in the box, but I tell you what, I got common sense and I was born in the streets, right? Raised, well, not born in, kind of raised in the streets. Shit, you know, shit. I raised myself, but anyways, that's another story. So here we are. If we would have had it on a camera, we would have won because I'm telling you, it like everybody was like, and there was, and I tell you like the, it's the talk when we get together and we want to bring up something besides my haircut, the other, and that's another story. We're not gonna talk about that. Sweet, we leave that alone. But one day maybe she got, man, that's some crazy, that's some messed up shit when your old cousins like they. That's another story. We're gonna leave that alone because I'm still a little upset. I let it go. But I'm laughing at I'm laughing because of the haircut. Like, oh my god, I had to shave my hair. But anyways, if you know shit, one thing, my hair. Like I was like, yeah, my hair. I had to have the stylist come in. I'm like, I'm be a drug dealer when I was younger, right? And you had that one Bart. You had the one barber, right? It's said, hey, Rios. I'm telling you, we had the three fades, man. The tears. I'm telling you, man. Anyways, so that's another story. But here you are. So at your wedding. And what do you remember? You remember Booker falling down and everybody laughing and because it's funny now, right? I mean, he could have really got hurt, like broke his neck, all kinds of shit. Like I don't know, like ankles and shit. Listen, we're lucky. We got like 9 lives, but not really. No, my cousin said, "Are you invincible?" No, I'm not invincible. I just work for the Lord. What do you mean? How no, I'm not invincible. I don't go on to cause no problem. I stay in my own lane. But friends, how many do you have? How many do we need? But like I said, there's certain things when you could talk about things, right? Through gatherings and everything, and that's one of them. The day Booker like had his, I didn't spill my beer though. Yeah, but you shot across the room like what the, like almost way through, and then it's the stairs, I think, right? So look at, and my daughters are hot. The kids are laughing because he's Booker's like a big. He's like a big kid. Like so, the kids look at. We're all family, right? We're all kids. So yeah, so we all have fun. We didn't take anything too serious, you know. But when I tell you those times, if they were recorded, we would have won that $100,000. Yeah, we would have had it. We didn't. But that's how it is, right? 42-42. So it's like you gotta be thankful. You gotta say thankful. Like I said, you know what? Throughout the time, that wouldn't happen no other way. Like I said, kids are, they'll say the darndest things. Like I know I did, right? I didn't really. I mean, come on, man. Look at me, shit. I mean, I'm wearing. Are you serious, man? But that's how, man. Hey. But when you realize they dimmed your shine and all this stuff, because of the reading and all that. Look at, watch this one. That song, Taylor Lonely Girl, that hype falsetto, right? Oh shit. Rap age. So watch this one. We musical, but when you realize certain things, hey, cottage cheese, I dislike it, right? But you gotta remember certain things happen. But how is somebody gonna make you eat cottage cheese when you got gag reflexes? You cannot eat cottage. So watch this. You think it's funny? No, it's not, because watch this. At Rose, and I had to, like, okay, a long time ago, but just recently, right? Just recently. Because I'm sitting here like, how the FBI know where I was at to talk to me? Are you for real? Yeah, that's another story. Why you made me eat the cottage cheese? And Uncle Luke like, hey bro, leave the boy alone. Why? Because Aunt Rose was like that, right? Like, a shit you not. Love Aunt Rose. You gotta love her, right? No, you ain't gotta love her. You gotta respect. Yes and no, but yes, that's true. But anyways, well, that's why I don't say nothing. But listen, mom and grandma, look at my grandma. Listen, my spirit team, the people that are around me they're gangsters. Yeah. Ah, grandma, moms, hey, when I tell you, listen, that nothing happened right here, mother, grandmas. I was there with my grandmother. I say, grand, I gotta, I'll be here. So, go in the ground, hey, and then I had to get going because my feet started getting cold. I don't, yeah, I grew up in this shit. I like to go, but watch this. I made the decision because grandma waited for us when we said, grandma, we got to go. We had to get back, and then grandma passed. So hey, I seen her take her last breath, and I was there, and like, yeah, okay. Other things are about that other things, but I made the hey, and I was there 2 weeks. Hey, you know, because I was her mucky and shit. So here we are. Like, well, Miguel, but no, hey, grandma loved all her kids. She had her favorites, but grandma, she was, oh, grandma. Cookies and all that. Come on, I was her mucky. Are you serious? Look at that. I was her mucky. Like I said, dad, right? So this is 81. So this is when I was gonna drive the bus, right? Shit, we had the first birthday party of the daughter, right? We all having beers. Yeah, you gotta have beer. No, you don't. But I'm just saying that most Mexicans do, right? But nah, really, you don't really. It's just like it's something that you're learned, right? Just let's just say that because that's how you learned it, right? I didn't know. You see the uncles with the uncles, and hey, we had a lot of uncles. Like I got a big, well, not so much now, but when you know, you know. It's as above, so below. But it all starts with your bloodline. It all starts with Hey, come on now. Some people ain't from a big family. I don't know, but shit, people know who I was when I didn't even know who. Like I didn't know who I was. I didn't know who I was, but walking the streets, shit, yeah. I got taken home a couple times. Like they like, that's Judy's son. That's Judy's son. I'm like, yeah, I'm Judy's son. What's up? What you want to do? You take me home? Yeah, shit. Come on now. Everybody knew moms. Like everybody, I don't know how she did. Well, shit, she was a barmaid, right? So everybody knew moms. But it was everybody knew everybody. Look at those families, right? So we had a pretty big family. We did shit. I mean, I'd be walking the streets. Listen. And I grew up in Granville, the Black Hills, wealthy, blodged. Listen, I didn't pay no mind. Shit, I had to go get mine. I did. Like shit, man. Uncle, like Theo Mike down there, he had the cookies and shit. Like he had the cookies. And then Uncle Mike had and all the boys. Hey, come on now. And they always had something to munch. Shit, and if mom was home, shit. But that's how the family was. We like, come on, hey, tortillas, rice, beans, like. And my mom's was the bomb cook. Like friends would come over, like, "Hey, your mom making those tortilla things that you put them like with the meat inside?" Cause mom was like peanut butter and jelly. So I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going to school. Where's Emilio?" And I'm not even going to school. I'm just walking down the street, like trying to go to school with my brother. I'm following him, right, but I'm eating the peanut butter and jelly, and the butter's dripping down my side. Days, hey, you have peanut butter, you have butter, but you're there and you like following school. Yeah, I got the two tortillas running down the arm and I'm going to school, but I'm really not. I'm like, man, when can I go to school? They get to go, I don't go. But I had to torch shit. But watch this. I watched all the soap operas and shit. I knew about Luke and Laura. Yeah. God, who shot JR? Yeah, we fought. Yeah. Come on now. And then there was some ones that I didn't find out. Like, man, I don't even know. I never really looked it up. Because we only went to Davenport, right? Because Salisbury steaks and the plastics. Come on now, and take you back. But anyway, so yeah, life's like a box of chocolates, right? Isn't that what Forrest Gump said? Mama said, box of chocolate. Life is like a box of chocolate. Because earlier I was here, like the ancestors, how they are kind of like this. Like, hey, grandson, listen. You touch that pot on the stove, it's hot. You're gonna get burned. Like they're cool. Like who's ever coming through, they're like, I said, don't touch the stove because you're gonna get burned. But what happened? You still touch the stove. Well, don't come cry to grandma. I said you're gonna get burned. You just don't listen, boy. So now, hey, there you go. That's how sometimes we were. But no, that was for me. That was for somebody else. I'm telling you, because there's some hard headed people out here. But the ancestors are coming through. They're like, no, it's okay. Like, just stop touching the stove. You get the same results, but they're like, it's gonna burn, and they just find they. But I don't see what you mean. You're gonna burn. It's boiling water. It's melting. Your hands are melting. That's how they are, right? That's kind of what it is. They don't believe, and they're like, get this different result. No, you're not gonna get no different results. You keep on touching the bed, you're gonna get burned. Just like you keep trying to do things you don't know. You judge the book by its cover. You don't know bloodlines. You don't know anything like that. But so here we are. How many friends? And would you catch a camera and you'd be like, you could have won that prize? But how many times you thank the Lord? Look at how many times you can say He answered your prayers. How fast? And I don't really. And I was thinking about because one time somebody said, "Hey, what we're talking about? I don't know what we were talking about, but trying to get it." I was sat back and I was like, maybe like a day or something like that, right? And so somebody else talking, let's just say Bozo right over there talking, and he say, "Hey, so how long does it take for a prayer to be answered?" He's like, "Well, honestly, shit, probably like an hour, cause then you showed him." Like, "What you mean I showed?" He's like, "Yeah, man, I was just praying, man. I needed to get out of there, and then I ain't seen you now, how like a year maybe, and then you're rolling up. I had just prayed to get out of this house, and then you come rolling up, and I'm like, for real?" And I'm like, "Oh well, shit, rock out," because yeah, I asked the Lord what you need, and so anyways, that's what happens though. Anyways, but I start laughing. I'm like, and I start thinking, I'm like, man, because I mean, certain things happen, and you're like, but watch this one, Booker. Now this is the other Booker. This is the Booker like right here. Look it. Okay, I was a ringleader, right? I wasn't really the ringleader. I wasn't. No, I wasn't. Well, Booker, like we're all there, right? We're all there. So check it out. We're like, look at, we're in school. The principal knew me, okay, and then that was the other one because his dad was a janitor, right? Because he was cool. Everybody was like, "Man, your dad's a janitor. You're cool, man. You're cool." So then you had the janitor's son that goes to school, and then you had teachers that had their kids go to school, right? Well, listen, I didn't learn the same way, so I don't know. I got in trouble. And the principal at that time, you could get SWATs. I'm like, man, not another SWAT. Why? Why did you? Why? What happened? What did you do? Why did you take the milk money? Why did you have to take their milk? You didn't need to have their quarters. Yeah, but I don't have quarters and I don't have no milk. So if I take the milk from over here, then I can have milk and some graham crackers, right? But somebody else don't have them, and then you're taking other quarters, like it's things like that. But I mean, not intentionally. I mean, shit, man. I just listen. Don't judge. This is a no judging zone, okay? I'd rather. Hey, I gotta tell you the truth. Yeah, things like that. Come on, man. But not. So, anyways, the principal me and him was on a one-on-one, so we kind of chop it up, and he's like, you know what? What's happening, right? I'm like, yeah, I know, but you can't like until next time. Like, can you like can I owe you one or can you owe me one? Like, come on, you're gonna catch me next time. So can like get away? Because listen, mom just beat the fuck out of me. So sometimes he slided like, but when I tell you this time, like, cause he had that wooden paddle, right? I want to say it, man. He looked like the father from the Hermit, the monsters, right? Yeah, big old white principal. He had like he kind of looked like this, right? He had the belt and brown. That was his suit and shit. I shit you not. Like, so he's there, right? And he liked it because he liked to give licks, but he didn't really give out a lot until I came along, right? I shit you not. When I tell you, it was like covert, everything that happened and how the Lord like He answered my prayer in like 30 minutes, but maybe even faster. Listen to this. I shit you not. I can't make it up. Because when I was praying, please don't be there. Because I didn't know at the time. I didn't. Because you go to school, right? Well, I mean, I walked to school, so I mean, I'd go to school and then be kind of class or whatever, So by the time we get into class and all that, depending if it's a snow day, you take everything off. And I don't think it was a snow day, no. I was hoping it was a snow day because I'd had that extra padding, right? Because, okay, I got licks. I don't know how many of y'all got licks, and now they're saying this would be it. Well, yeah, it's abuse, but not really, right? Because I deserved everything I got. Like seriously, sometimes you needed those beatings to keep you in line, right? Not all the time. You didn't always get beat with the brush and with the racetrack and shit and the bike thrown at you, but it's okay. Hey, it's okay, because I was a dick. I was a little dick. Not really that bad, but I deserved to get my ass beaten because I shot the BB gun and hit the dog in the ass with the. No, but that's another story. But hold up. I'm telling you about this time when, listen, I did. The principal didn't even hit me, and he was like, "Look, he loved it because he get it, but he had that fucking paddle, man." And we kind of laughed and shit, but there's times he'd be like, "Oh, your mom got you good, so I'm gonna let you slide for a little bit." I'm like, "All right, cool, man. Next time, like next week, same time, whatever." No, but watch this, cause okay, that's like when cable comes out, right? Cable comes around and you're like, okay, look at, okay, well, you stop it in the right place and you can see like a nipple, a little booby with the line, right? Yeah, the line. But this is when, like, come on, cable, right? So Uncle Luke, we had cable, and then oh man, Uncle Luke was the best. Saturday Night Live, all this stuff. So I mean, it started to go to bed. You couldn't watch those things, right? No, you couldn't see. But Uncle Luke could. So like we would sneak like just hey, like those little porkies and all that shit. So we're there. But anyways, so Eddie, right? And the thing, see, and this is what we didn't know. We didn't know the things that you can't be saying those. You can't be doing it. So here we are, right? You kind of getting the logistics. But anyways, so I get to school and then, well, I'm noticing because it's kind of awkwardly like eerie, kind of, and I'm like, what's going on? And I'm looking and no, like, cause we're really laughing. I look over and like, redhead dude, right? Cause let's just say red. And then Booker, cause me and Booker like, no, watch, me and Booker were like road dogs. Cause plus he had snot, he had boogers and shit. But anyway, but watch. So when I see them get up the white boy, then I'm like, what the hell did we do? What? We're all looking. I'm like, what's going on? And we're looking. I'm like, but this is when I'm like, oh my god, what is wrong? What happened? What happened? What did we do? Well, we forgot we was talking shit to them. Like, we was trying to get. Listen, trigger warning, listen. That's when you know and you understand the reactions. But we're over here like trying to be like idiots. Just listen, Richard. Listen, we were. Oh my. Listen, okay, yeah, it's like that. So trigger warning. So here we are. I can't make it up. I'm telling you, because the principal didn't even like is serious because she was a teacher's daughter, and we're over here like we harass this little girl. Now I know I got harassed. We harass her now. That's that when you understand the effects and everything of that happen. There's always an effect that happens, and we traumatize. I already know. See, I had to accept certain things, but it's not about making fun of nothing like that. No, no, because the Lord, He's listen. He answered my prayers because watch. Dudes, the principal's kind of a little fucking mad, and well, they're all mad, right? They're all mad. They're all mad. How we found out, like, oh my god, she's there, crap. Like, oh shit, what did we do? We were just playing. We never like, we really didn't do anything. But we was trying. Like, come on now. I was trying to touch pussy. I mean, we did. Anyways, that's another story. But no. Listen, she tells her moms, and then mom tells the principal and all this, and I'm like, oh fuck. Like, what the? We always do church. Like, look at, are you serious? Like, I could see the church. I'm telling you. We went to the pond. We went to the Sweden house at their church. And I learned about the Lord. He has his hands and we're all in it, right? And the whole, he has the whole world in his hands. He has the whole, yeah, he has the whole world, right? I'd be like, amen, 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 amen. I was kind of like that, right? So I had to be like switching out the light switch and all that. Amen, 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 amen. Until I fell asleep and shit. So, like, I'd be saying like 500 prayers. And, I'd be praying for everybody. But anyway, so here I am. So I'm like, Lord, what did I do? Please, Lord. Because mom's going to kill me. Like, when I tell you, yeah, he didn't even hit me. He's like, no, we're just going to talk to your moms. I'm like, what? What do you mean? I'll take like 10 licks? No. What do you mean? No. Are you serious? No. Mom's gonna like fuck me up. So I'm praying. I'm like, cause hey, mom, don't play that. I'm telling you, mom will snatch you by the wig. And I didn't wear no wigs, but that's just a common. Cause mom would snatch dudes up by the wigs and chicks up by the wigs, even though she wasn't that big. Yeah, little act didn't play. She's the one that told me about the gifts. Yeah, mom was a channeler, even though they said no, she wasn't. She was a channeler. She's the one that told me about the orbs and all that. Yeah, that's where the gifts come from, mom's side. But anyway, so here we are, because mom didn't play. That's another story. But yeah, mom, like everybody knew mom, and mom didn't play. Judy ate. She was the life of the party. She was a. But there's certain things. But anyways, yeah. And mom, hey, she really had like a strict schedule. She went to work, like, hey, they worked in the factory, right? Mom didn't read me no books. She couldn't hardly read, but she worked in the factory, right? Worked hard. Grandma did too. All the family did. So here we are. But I know they're gonna be watching the soap operas. Like, listen, they get home. They live to watch the soaps. They live to watch the soaps. So you're talking about okay, mom gets off at 11. Yeah, so General Hospital comes on. So yeah, they watch General Hospital all the way through, right? Days of Our Lives, and then Lord, all that stuff, and then hey, damn, and then dinner started. We get home from school. But anyways, yeah. So and he does slick because I don't stay that far from school. I used to walk to school. So other kids, so he drops the other off, little redhead, red. Yeah, he gets snatched up home like when Ralphie told, like, yeah, Ralphie's the, what, yeah, he's getting tore up. Yeah, because they're going to say, like, oh my gosh, I'm seeing this. And I'm looking, but me and Booger's looking, we looking at him like, man, this is serious. What did you do? I didn't do anything. You did it. No, you did. No, you did it. What did I do? Stop lying. You're trying to get me in trouble, man. What's wrong with you? We're in the back. We're already caught, right? We're yeah, that's how bad. Like, so when I tell you I deserve what I got, so yeah, I did. I can admit it. So here we are. But I'm praying because listen, I got beatings. I mean, I did. I wasn't shy to them. I mean, when I threw the rock, I had. If you didn't go back to Judy when she called, she summoned you. If you didn't go back, then you had it even worse. Not like Uncle Luke, he talked to you and you scared, but no, mom, like brother coming, look at my brother, and he would like it. He would come down. Hey, mom wants you. Mom wants you. You hit the boy with the rock. You broke the window. No, I didn't. Leave me alone. I'm going swimming. I'm riding my bike. Boy, go home. No, you didn't see me. Just tell ma. He would have cut for me. Like, no. Because, look at, they got a lot of trouble. Man, but how you just slam my head in the door fighting over me? But anyway, that's another story. But check it out. So he's like, Mom wants you. Why? I didn't do anything. I'm going swimming. What do you mean? His eyes busted. He got to go to the hospital get stitches. What? I didn't do nothing. What are you talking about? He was throwing rocks first, but he did. He just didn't hit me. I just kind of threw it and hit his eyes. Like, yeah, he was a kid across the street. That's the one. Yeah, I think it was. I don't know because he was the one that was in Superman, but I was over busy looking down her shit. She only had like pepperonis. Hey, listen, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, yeah, that's why I deserve everything I got because I'm trying to see the moms. Pepperoni, like, she didn't really have, like, it was flat, but I see. Anyways, that's another story because, come on, man, I'm trying to stop and see nipple when I can see it in real life. Anyways, that's why the Lord, like, listen, watch. So, me and Booker in the backseat, and, they're not in there because the teacher and then the principal, right? They're talking to his mom. I think he lived across the street from me too. I don't know. I don't know because then they took Booker home. That's Booker. He's like, no, because he already know. I felt. I'm like, oh fuck, man, this fuck. Like, why did he do that? Why did he take him home? And then why? And then like I'm telling you, I only lived down the street from school, and like, but he did that like to run that fear. Because I tell you, that was the longest ride home. One of them. Yeah. Because I'm like, Lord, please. And I don't know if I promised it, but I said, Lord, don't. I don't want whooping. Listen, I don't know what. But please, Lord, help me. So we're there, right? That's not an emotion. That ain't love. But anyways, so here we are. Yeah, believe me. So that's what childhood wounds are. So we gotta, and when you realize you caught it, you can't. You gotta kind of like you gotta apologize. You accept responsibility because that day. Listen, I had to accept. I was gonna be probably like maybe in a cat. I don't know because I couldn't go to camp one time. I got a dog out of it, right? I got all kinds of animals and shit, but I had a dog, right? I got a goat. Yeah, I didn't want to fucking goat or no shit like that. I just didn't want my because mom would. So, anyways, here we are. And I think I see Red over there across the street, and he's there, and yeah, he looked through. I'm like, oh, I could already hear, because Booker wasn't that far, and I could be hearing his ass too. I'm like, oh, fuck. Because they're watching soap, right? Because, yeah, watch this. So, fuck. All right, let's go. You gotta bite the bullet. Wow, you tell your mom, like seriously? I gotta take home from school, like, a couple times, and nothing like this, like, yeah, because I bought a whole bunch of presents, like, because mama gave me $20. I went to the bazaar and bought everything. Yes, I did. That's another story, but watch this. The principal didn't even whoop and he whooped me. Like, he was elementary principal, right? So, even though we switched around a lot, but I mean, I don't know. It's like, there was an elementary principal. I mean, we got whooped. Like, at that time, you had to sign, yeah, you could whoop the boy. I'm like, what the fuck? I can't whoop me. You killed me. I be putting the book there. Anyways, I'm slick. But anyways, so the principal didn't hear me. He's like, you go home. I'm like, what do you mean I'm going home? I'm not going home. Who says I'm going home? I'm saying you're going home. Hold up. How are you taking me home? You don't know where I live? Like, I'm telling you, this is what's happening. Like, me and, like, look at, when I tell you, like, my dad gave me the first whooping because we were at my friend's house, right? Eating Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeah, because we talk about the Lord. He said, no, Dad, you know, he's like, why don't you invite your family over? We have some chicken and stuff, talk about the Lord. Hey, look, we're all hey, religious, but, Dad be like more TV religious. Anyways, hey, PTO club, Dad be there. It is boxers watching it. Anyways, that's another story. So here we are. I'm, what do you mean you're taking me home? How are you taking me home? You don't know where I live. What do you mean I don't know where you live? You're, something about George. Hold up, what? Why are you taking me home? What did I do? Even though the whole, like, I'm trying to, like, revert from getting up because mom's gonna beat me. Yeah, that's child abuse. Child abuse. But I deserve what I get. Come on now, that's how you keep the kids in line. Like, nah, you ain't gotta beat them. Like, no. The kids are smart, but here we are. I'm like, oh, you like whipping me? Come on, I'll take 10. Look at you, 15. Look at, let's go for 20 and we'll call it even. I'll be good. I'll be good. Till next week. Till next time. But no, he's like, I'm like, no, mom's gonna get me. Mom's going to whip my butt. Can you give me licks? Little did I know how bad it seriously was. It was really serious. We didn't know it at that time. And it is. Nobody deserves that. And like I said, no, nobody does. And that's not what this is about. It's about the Lord saved. Because mom wasn't home. When I take, I'm like, oh, thank you, Lord. 30 minutes. Because it wasn't even faster than that because it was probably only 10 minutes. Because from that time, but it was a whole day, right? Because we got caught out of class and they're interrogating our ass. Even though they know everything, but they don't until we, yeah. But over here, this one over here, like, yeah, what do you mean? We stay time, like, I can do nothing, not me. No, you're not yet. No, they don't have nothing. We're not. What do you mean? They weren't there at the playground with us. Nobody knows anything. Shh, shh, don't say nothing. It will be all right. I'm telling you, listen. Don't say anything, and you'll be okay. If you say anything, if you break, if you fold, you're going down. And we're all going with you. So shut your mouth. Yeah, because we go to the prison. I'm telling you. So here we are. Oh, he broke quick like that. No. Shh. Plus, Logan. Oh my God. And I'm like, oh my okay, how bad could it be? Because he's not even gonna whip me. Like, and he loved to whip me. Like, I don't know what it was. Sometimes, like my uncle, like I don't know what it was. Dad, like they get mad. Like dads wanted to whoop it. So I, but that's another story. But here we are. Red, he fucking folded. And he live across. I think he live across. I don't know. Anyways, but then the prince will take him, and then, cause he knows. He already knew. He's like, your mom's gonna fuck you up. I could read it. Yeah, he's like, yeah, your mom's gonna fuck you up. I ain't gotta do nothing. Like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Like that's how the prince was. He was like, yeah, finally he got me right. Cause it took him a long time. Like, come on, I don't even know how many. Like, it's really not really. I don't know. I don't know. But he was happy. Cause look at what. Why would you want to get me? Like, come on, man. I'm just having a good time. Like smiling. Like, hey, look at that. Can you see? I don't know if you can see, right? I don't even know. Can you see? I know. But look at, yeah. So I'm there. He, like, who'd want to hit? Like, who'd want a smile like that? Like, hey. I guess because the glasses. I don't know. Like the brown. I don't know. Cause mom. Yeah, okay. You know, we didn't have the best clothes. Hey, just sometimes, but mom did the best she could. Like, hey. So here we are, and then, man, you remember those times? So here we are. The principal taking it. He's like, I got your ass now, boy. You ain't slick. And I ain't gonna. I'm not wearing my shoulder. I'm not gonna hurt my shoulder no more on your ass, watch. I'm like, oh, please, no. Mom is gonna mess me up. So here we are. They got their ass. Well, I already knew. Like, oh, at that time, no cell phone. You couldn't get it on camera. I'm telling you, no. Because everybody's mom, like they were, I think we didn't have. I don't know what it was. They could have, like they called. I think they called because everybody's mom, they was waiting. But I think they may have called it. I don't know what happened, but thank the Lord, because I tell you, I don't even know how long it was. I know it was quicker than, well, maybe the day, right? Because I got pulled out of school at like, I think 10 o'clock. So elementary, right? So you got like 9, well, we go early, so 7. So yeah, by like 10 o'clock, we're out of class and no milk for us. And we're there in the principal's office and we're looking and like, what the fuck is, yeah, so by the time we got to take it home, yeah, because soaps, I think maybe soaps are over because, yeah, I could watch this. Mom never, mom never found out until I started talking about it, and then it hit me in the back of the head, like boom, like yeah, mom got me from, yeah, she ran out the road a little bit. I was like, she already know, I already know, but so, but watch this. So here we are, we go back to school, right? And we couldn't have more, no more, because I think we got at like 2:15 or something like that, no later than 2:45. So here we are. But after that, they have after school programs and shit like that, you know. And at that one, I think it was like catechism or some shit like that. So we could go talk about the Lord and shit like that. The teacher, she was kind of, you know, cool and shit like that. And then, you know, we play whatever, but you talk about the Lord, you know, and you play your little games and stuff like that. I was in the office. I was like, man, what's happening? What is gonna happen? What am I doing? Like, what is gonna happen? I'm sitting there. You already know, like, what is that movie, right? 3 o'clock bully or whatever. You know what movie I'm talking about, right? The one where he's waiting, he's thinking of fighting all that shit. But I'm sitting there like, what's happening? What's gonna happen? Is mom coming to get me or what's? So then I'm like, man, what is gonna how what's gonna really happen? Like, what's the worst? I mean, I don't know. Like, the bell rings. Go on, get out of here. Like, for real? He was so disgusted with me. He was like, yeah. That's when you know it's. At that time, I didn't. I was like, my ass is upstairs, right? Because I'm jumping. Thank you. I'm praising. And at this time, now that I was sick, I was worshiping the Lord. I was praising, even though that was a little crazy, because I was like, man, I was on the tables. I was singing, rejoicing. I was like, thank you, Lord, for saving me. Thank you, Lord, for believing in me. Thank you, Lord, for not letting mom whip my ass. Thank you, Lord, for saving me. Like, I shit you, they're looking like, and I'm jumping on table, I'm running around, but I didn't realize I was rejoicing. I was like praising the Lord because He answered my prayer because mom never found out. She would have killed me. Like believe me, I've been in some of those situations. Mom wouldn't played, and in every right, no. That's why when you come to your spiritual awakenings, it's a little different. Because I was pulling these cards for that Libra, and this one fell. See, I hadn't seen. See, these are confirmations. The reason why I did it. I hadn't seen this card. I shuffled the decks and everything as I'm meditating. How am I gonna give this message or whatever? Anyway, so I didn't see this card. I seen this one. I'm like, okay, but what's this one? I seen on the floor because this other one too as well was in the deck, and I'm like, how did this get in here? Right? You can't see it, but I'm like, this one. I'm like, it's in this deck, right? Because these are guidance cards. So, but what didn't you know? It says feminine. See, we both carry both energies, right? Masculine and feminine. It's balancing both 1, 15, 15, 15, fives, fives, four fives. I allow my feminine nature to shine brightly as a valuable part of my identity. Yeah. See, it's balancing both. A lot of times people don't understand this. I'm not gonna get into a lot because it's like this. The reason why I guess they didn't want me to go too far because a lot of information comes through and what timeline you're on. So and there's I don't know what channel's going on and I don't even okay, so here's the reason. So anyways, here we are. These are all confirmations. That's it. Other than that, that's what it is. It's the archangels coming through, the Holy Spirit, the Mother Mary, Father God, whoever you believe in the whole universe. I co-create with the universe. So, but what overall that I'm talking with the feminine energy, yeah, that doesn't mean look at we carry both. You gotta understand what I'm talking about. That's why it's, and I'll explain it another time. So that's why I don't. But anyways, overall, like I said, we heard that young lady, even though we thought it was cool, because of what we were listening to, right? 'Cause, I mean, I grew up in the streets and we anyways, I don't want to talk. That's another story. Like we was ruthless, but then this one fell, and I was like, and it's not like you're making it up. No, I mean, the energy's here. I already know. But when it fell, I was like, what? I already know when messages are coming out. It's like Jesus. I pray for Jesus' help and guidance with this situation. Yeah, with whatever you're going through. That day, I'm telling you, when I was praying, like he has, even though no matter what you accept, yeah, it's just because we liked her. I mean, it was she's a pretty little girl, but I mean, shit, she could have 3 boys. It's like you gotta choose, you gotta choose, you gotta choose. I was more a girl's friend, right? I was the one. Look at that, come on, shit, look at that cheese. No. Anyways, so this card was in the wrong pile. I was like, how did this card get over? So it's at the bottom of this deck. Patience. I trust in divine timing. And what? And watch this. And I think I said I had a Pecco because I did have Pecco. I had a Rottweiler. Oh man, after look at that. Ain't that a goat though? Look at that unicorn though. But yeah, because that's another story. They ate my cabrito. I don't even. Yeah, I know. But like, ain't that a goat? Yeah, they ate my cabrito. Yeah, patience. I trust in divine time. Everything's divine timing. Watch. So here we are. I don't even know how we get into reading, but this card was right here, right? So this card is a little deeper. These decks